Hey, today on Blessing Shine Connect, Peter Obi don't come out. He don't come reply all those pastors, prophets have been traditional rulers for all the different prophecies have been a prediction or revelation. I go call them when they give concerning the election. He don't come out and he don't come talk his mind concerning them. In fact, you need to hear waiting in talk and make you follow me as I go to bring you latest updates.
My appeal to Nigerians is to remain, to my Christian family, to Nigerians is to remain calm, remain prayerful for our country, Nigeria. We have no other country except this one. And we will go through all legal, peaceful means to bring a new Nigeria, where everybody will be happy and proud to say, I'm a Nigerian.
All right, I'm glad you talk about to remain prayerful and to remain calm. And the reason I say this is that some prominent Nigerians, church leaders, traditional rulers, and high net worth stakeholders are saying that though there are several infractions, the outcome of the election is the way God wants it, and it should be allowed. So on one hand, you're saying remain prayerful and calm, but we'll still go to court. Others are saying for the peace of Nigeria, remain prayerful, calm, and accept this as God's will. What do you have to say to that?
Well, I'm very respectful to prominent Nigerians, especially church leaders, traditional rulers, and all that. And I remain very respectful to them. And I think they should be respected for what they represent in our society, but I disagree with them. What they're actually preaching is the problem of Nigeria. The problem of Nigeria is accepting wrongdoing, accepting what is unacceptable. That is using God's name in vain. That's not what God said. God said, do not use my name in vain. So what they're saying is not God's wish. It is not God's plan for Nigeria. So why don't we accept that the 133 million Nigerians who are poor is God's wish? Why don't we accept that 95 million Nigerians living in absolute poverty is God's wish? It is God's wish that you don't have electricity. It is God's wish that our children are kidnapped. It is God's wish that we have collapsed primary health care, leading us to be the country with the highest infant mortality. It is everything happening is God's way. Not so what God says. No. God's wish is when you do the right thing. And in the end, it is not. This election was predicated and planned. And we have clear laws about the conduct of the election. If it was followed, if these results were uploaded from the booth, polling units, like they said, to the server and everything, we won't be here, we won't be talking about it. It would have been concluded in a matter of hours without anybody arguing about it. But it is not God's wish that you do the wrong thing. It is not God's wish that you go and rob a train and make money and start sharing it. It is not God's wish. This is what is killing the country. People come here, take public money, and then go and give it to people in the church and they say it's God's wish, and start giving them title in the church, title in this. That is what we are fighting. That's what we want to stop. We want God's wish to be truly God's wish. And that is when we do the right things and God gives His blessing. What we are doing now is why they come. What do you tell the young ones growing up? That it's God's wish that you steal? That it's God's wish that you conduct a wrong election? So tell me the difference between those of us who are doing this and the armed robbers. What is the difference between us and the trained robbers? Let's be sincere with ourselves. That's why it's God's wish that somebody came to your station and said he knows a governor who has 22 billion naira stacked, and nobody is asking about him. But we are stopping young people who are carrying computer and questioning them and calling them names. That's not God's wish. God wishes something better. What I want is God to allow us to do the right things so we can start building a better country for our children.
Right. So there are several, messaging and news going on around that INEC is not allowing your legal team to inspect the materials used, for the election. What's going to be your next action as regards this?
Well, INEC is a public institution sustained by taxpayers' money, including you and me. And I believe there's a law about public institutions. If there's anything, they should be open because they conducted the election. It's that everywhere. If you do something and people are not satisfied, it's for you to open up yourself. This is not the first time I'm going to court with INEC. Since 2003, I would say several times, I've had to challenge INEC result. Remember that I'm the first governor in this country to come through the process of court by being in court for 3 years. Throughout the 3 years, I was in court with INEC giving me access to whatever materials they used to not the election. You've conducted the election, Rufai. You've announced or declared the winner. I'm only asking, can I have access to the documents and materials you used to arrive at that? I'm not asking you to change what you said. And remember, like I always say, people, I'm not challenging their declaration. Sorry, I'm not challenging who they declared. I'm not challenging whatever the outcome. I'm challenging the process which they arrived at their declaration. And unless we do that, we're not going to stop the rascality we witnessed in that election. The process through which people come into office is, for me, I said it everywhere, is far more fundamental than what they do thereafter. There's a process of doing things. There's a process of arriving at any destination. Like I said in my press conference, if you're going to answer His Excellency, the process of coming to that position must be excellent. If you're going to be a bishop, there's a process of being a bishop. Dr. Ruben is a doctor. Why didn't you call me a doctor? Don't that look like a doctor? You called him a doctor because he went and read PhD. Rufai might be awarded a doctor by university, so he's a doctor. But you can't just go on the street and say you're a doctor when you're not. So there must be a process, because even if it's going to be awarded, you must have done something that merited you to be awarded that. Or you must have, like Ruben, went and read PhD. Otherwise, we're all doctors. So a process is important.
Right. So what would you be doing next, really, if they're not granting you access to this?
We'll follow the law. We'll go back to the court and say, what you granted, these people are not obeying. We're not going to be, for me, we'll do whatever is necessary within the law. Whatever we're going to do will be for the interest of the country. But they will give us access because they pronounce and declare somebody. So we must have access to the process they arrived at that